Time to expose the hypocrites. Ladies and gentlemen, this will only take a moment.
Columbine. I like the way you died, boy.
Killed all the white people in the movie. How great is that?
Virginia Tech.
Tucson.
Aurora.
Fort Hood. Oak Creek. Newtown.
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 How many more? How many more? How many more colleges? How many more classrooms?
Okay, I can understand why people like that.
How many more movie theaters?
Here we go. Yes.
How many more houses of faith?
Yeah, that's gangster style.
How many more shopping malls?
Let's kill it. You talking to me, bitch?
Easy there, fella.
Okay.
How many more street corners?
How many more?
How many more?
Enough. Enough. It's kind of cool, actually. Enough. Enough.
Demand a plan.
Right now. As a mom.
As a dad. As a friend. As a husband.
As a wife.
As an American.
As an American. As an American.
As a human being.
For the children of Sandy Hook.
Demand a plan.
Stop!
Sam. You, unlike me, lack the ball.
No more lists of names. It's not too soon.
It's too late.
Now is the time.
Before we all know someone who loved someone on that list.
No more lists.
No more.
Who they might have been. No more.
If we had just done something yesterday. It's time.
We can do better than this.
We can do better than this.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time for our leaders to act. Demand a plan. Right now.
I'm beginning to tire of you, Dr. Bronfman.
Right now.
You! Demand it!
Enough.
You should know how to respond.
Enough.
Well, now you're the dead guy. And he just put the...
Enough.
So I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm doing this because, again, the communist takeover has been going on for years, but it seems that now is a time where they're really going after it. And I just want as many people who choose to say, I think it's so evident now. Never was there an election, and don't be caught up in, the whole thing with the election itself is what they were going after. And again, we're losing more and more liberties, because they've always planned to do this. So when I talk about that group who controls all of this, and I point to certain books like the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, and there are other books as well in literature. When you actually do your research and see how communism started in Russia, known as Bolshevism, and they took over Russia, took over Russia and all the Slavic countries. And then they brought communism over to China, North Korea, Vietnam, all over. In Cuba, they've spread that same small group. And there's more to it. And I want to also play another clip here. I'm going to scroll through about Alex Jones, because a lot of people really think that he was a truther when he's part of it. And they always tell on themselves. That's one thing about it. They overplay their hands trying to be smart, trying to, psych everyone out. So I'm going to play this clip of him, and he's going to just give you just a little bit about who he really is. There's a couple more seconds and we should be there.
If you want to say it, I would say I come out of a classical Enlightenment family of what you would call real Illuminati, real Enlightenment. And I'll just say it here. Everybody asks me who I am. I'll tell you.
How did you get Donald Trump on your show?
I know folks that are part of Delta Force, and I know people that are part of covert action in the Defense Department and the CIA. And quite frankly, they've given me authorization to talk about this. Donald Trump was advised by the Special Forces Command out of Florida, the Delta Force, Army, Black Ops. They said, sir, you need to go with Alex Jones.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
So there you go. There's so much out there. I just don't have the time right now. But again, I always encourage to do your own research. I know a lot of things that I have said and say make most people feel a certain way and turn off to me. And what I say is don't really focus on when someone is speaking things like this. Focus on what they're saying and research it instead of getting caught up, looking at the person, letting it be personal. Truth is the end all be all, And, I know that for myself. That's what I promote. That's what I live every day. And that's why I put the videos that I put out when I make my videos and when I post other people's videos with this information. Right now, we need to be getting as much as possible because they are going after the internet. And I can't find a video right now, but there was a video where Donald Trump some years ago, who was being put up to saying this, and he was standing with these Jewish rabbis. He was actually saying we need to destroy the internet and saying that, fake news is being spread through the internet. This is what they do. This is like a Hegelian dialectic that they play, where they play both sides. And you see a lot of these Republicans or a lot of people who were supporting the right are now kind of like turning and saying a whole different story. And I always keep telling you, I support the conservative values and rights, but I don't support any politicians at all, especially the ones in D.C., because they are all crooked and corrupt. And Donald Trump was a Trojan horse. He came in and he played on people's emotions because, none of us who have since liked Obama or ever want to see anybody this on the right be in office or on the left be in office. So they gave Trump, they played this thing, and it's so easy to see through it. He didn't do any of the things that he said he was going to do. They made it seem like he was accomplishing something. What did he do? Where was he last year when these riots were going on? They were never for you. He was always a liberal. And then he tried to change in the 11th hour when he started running for office. And now he's a conservative. This man was always a liberal. He played on people's emotions. And people sacrificed their lives, gave their energy, their emotion for him. And he's sitting back laughing at everybody. And this is just the very beginning of what's coming. Like they're going after guns, and they eventually will destroy the internet. Because the internet is the only place we really have to find the truth and publish it and make videos. How much longer will our freedom stand? But the blind will continue being blind. Those who want to stay asleep will stay asleep. But it's out there right now. And a lot of videos have been removed from the internet. They were very powerful. I remember When I first found YouTube was in 2008. Those were like the golden years of YouTube. 2008, 9, 10, and even on, to 12 and 13, but definitely in the first decade of this century and millennium, in the 2000s, especially during 08, 09, and 2010. I mean, there was so much. It was just like an oasis. And now a lot of videos have been wiped and removed. A lot of accounts terminated. So people, get out there, get the information, download videos, download PDF files. There's a lot of free content while you can, because I don't know how long we have before they destroy the internet. Remember, in communism, you lose all these rights. Just like in China, they monitor everything that people watch and look on the internet. They have that social credit score, where you can't shop, you can't buy anything, you can't ride public transportation if you have a low social credit score. Basically, it is all hail the king or hail Caesar. Be a slave to the communist socialist government. Don't speak out against them. Don't put anything online against them. And you can go to the store still. You can go to the mall. You can ride public transportation. So continue watching, because they're watching us. They're monitoring us. They're seeing that what they do, a lot of what they do is going to be based on how we respond. They're watching to see who's doing anything. And when they see that most people aren't fighting, and they really step on. So people, rise up. That doesn't mean I'm saying go out and start trying to find people and shoot them and do whatever. When I say rise up, fight wisely. Warfare, before it's physical, is internally. Wisdom. There are many ways we can fight. They're trying to instigate us to do stuff so that now they can come in and do martial law. But they'll let these Antifa and BLM and those on their side that are paid by them, part of this government hoax, they'll let them go out and destroy property and terrorize people and get away with it. But when we who support the right, who stand for morality, when we say anything, then they're looking to throw us in jail and murder us. So they want to instigate you to go out and start rioting like the left. Don't do it. Be wise. Instead, get in the knowledge. Be converted. Because that's the real root of this fight, is that if you don't believe the truth of this, then you will be turned. You will be like everyone else, a robot. So wake up, do your research. If it doesn't seem right to you, dig in it even more to research and find out, because you have to know for yourself. Someone can tell you nonstop, but it comes down ultimately, what will you accept and believe? This is a religion. This small group that rules our countries and rules the world, everything they put our society is out of their religious text. The Talmud, the Zohar, Kabbalah, all of this stuff. Bolshevism was what communism became. Marxism is of them. Socialism is of them. All of this stuff, all of these actors, they call them crisis actors. You always see them in every so-called pandemic or attack, these same actors. Wake up, people. As people have said, this is the Matrix. They put these truths in all their movies. They own and control Hollywood. Hollywood is how they evangelize the world. Through Hollywood, through the music industry, they evangelize. And they turn people, because, most people would be famous if they had the chance to. And so they prey on your weakness and your immorality. The only way you can fight against it is through being moral. And not your opinion of what morality, but finding true morality. But get the knowledge, study it, download it while you can. Download as many videos, download as many PDFs, free books, research, get all the knowledge before they destroy the internet. And remember, they're always watching, they're always monitoring us. They're listening to all our conversations. They're doing everything. They're taking data. They're building a profile on us. Whatever we watch, whatever we look, Google always keeps a profile. And this is how ads come to you online. So always just be awake. Just know that. I'm not going to say be afraid, but be vigilant. You need to, it's like if you were in the military, they tell you to be militant. Always be watching. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everyone around you. Be aware of everyone's motives. And again, the only way to fight against injustice, immorality, is by the truth. And that means morality itself. Know the truth, and then no one can blind you. So that's all I'm going to say for now. So everyone take care and stay safe.